Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out True Off My Chest. Story 1. I think my dad is hooking up with guys. Throwaway account. For context, my dad is a very quiet guy and doesn't really talk our family, really all he says is hi and then eats or watches TV when he comes home from work. My parents' relationship sucks, they don't really mix well and they both know it. Now my dad's been like this for my entire life, this isn't anything new. I live at my college dorm and I'm bisexual, so I use the app Grindr sometimes when I'm bored. I came back home for Thanksgiving at the start of the week and I live in like a suburban area, so there's some good distance between the neighbors' houses and such. I'm a single child, so it's just me, my mom, and my dad. There's this one account that's named DLDOM that's 0 feet away, as Grindr has the distance feature between accounts. This account only pops up when my dad comes home from work and I turned off the option to display my distance so he wouldn't know I use the app. The age on the profile is only 2 years off from my dad's actual age, so I'm pretty confident it's him. From 1 0 feet away distance, 2. Only showing when he's at home, 3. Neighbors' houses are a good distance away from us, so it can't be them. I can't ask him about it or anything because it's too weird since my parents are married. But if it really is him, I feel kind of betrayed that he'd do something like that to my mom. I could care less what he does with his life, but I don't know what to do with this information. I needed to tell someone, anyone, and so I guess here it is. Story 2. My husband cheated on me and now I'm going to kill myself. I don't know what else there is to say. I'm a huge fuck up. My dad treated me like shit and it ruined my life for a long time. In college I worked my ass off in therapy and I felt like I was getting better. I met my husband 3 years ago and married him last October. I love him, he makes me feel like a human being. He makes me feel loved and cherished, and I adore his family. I don't have any family of my own anymore, so I saw them as my new family. I tried my best to be communicative and I know my fucked up head means I make stupid choices sometimes, but damn it, I apologize every time, I bring it to therapy, I work on it, I do my best to fix it. He's cheating on me with some girl he met at fucking Denny's. Fucking Denny's. I was out of town for the weekend for a conference, left early, got home early, and they were fucking in my bed. I don't really remember much of what happened after that. My husband said all of the stuff everybody says, it wasn't my fault, it was an accident, he didn't mean it, he loves me. I didn't say anything back. I didn't even get angry. I'm not angry now. I just hate myself so goddamn much. I wasn't meeting his needs, I wasn't doing enough, or being good enough, or I don't know. I can't get a hold of my therapist. I've lurked long enough to know what's going to happen next. He's going to divorce me for her, and I'll never see him or his family ever again. He's going to lie to them, call me names, and they're going to hate me and abandon me. He already hates me and has abandoned me. Why else would he do this? I was stupid for ever thinking I could ever be healthy enough to be in a relationship, or that I could do something without fucking it up. I'm going to spend the rest of my life alone, so I guess I'd better make that life as short as possible. I know what I'm going to do, my favorite place in the world is this cliff overlooking the city. I'll park my car far away and walk there, and when it's time, I'll fly. I don't think anybody will bother looking for me, but if they do, I don't want them to find me. I just want to decay in the woods and let my body be one with the earth. It'll be the only contribution to the earth I'll ever make, I just hope the plants and the bugs can thrive on me for a time. I don't even know why I'm writing all of this. It'll just get taken down. My husband hasn't called me or texted me once since I left this morning, so I guess that's that. It's strange to say goodbye to a mass of strangers who don't even know me, but goodbye. Edit, I'll call 988. I don't know if it'll change anything, but you're all really kind people and I don't want you to have to worry anymore. Edit, you guys are really persistent. I'm not sure whether or not I'm grateful for that yet. I'll admit I lied when I said he hadn't even called or texted me. I had put my phone on Do Not Disturb and ignored it, convinced nobody would notice I was gone. I called 988 and it helped, but I can't go to a hospital because I can't end up getting non-voluntarily committed. I did it once and the feeling of being trapped there with no escape brought back a lot of painful memories and it was very distressing. But I got the courage to check my phone. I've been getting spammed since I left by him and his parents. They know about what he did. He told them everything straight up and he didn't even lie. Their parents are going to pick me up and I'm going to stay with them for a few days. I haven't responded to my husband directly, but he knows I am alive and safe, and he's going to give me space before I talk. Maybe it's stupid, but I feel the most relief just from knowing that his parents don't hate me. When I caught my husband, that was the first thing I thought of, if I would lose his parents. Maybe that's fucked up, but I don't know anymore. I really appreciate everybody who took the time to respond. The outpouring of love was something I've never experienced before and it was just really nice, especially to know that I wasn't the only one who's been through things like this. Thanks for being persistent. Story 3. I want to heal from being cheated on and to finally get rid of that shackle once and for all. Story 4. My mother broke me. Trigger warnings: suicide, substance abuse. She was an ex-nurse who was addicted to painkillers that put me through a lot of hell. Just to be blunt. Of all the things she did, the most effective was terrorizing me with the threat of suicide. She finally did it a week before I turned 15 by mixing a painkiller, Demerol, with asthma medicine. My family never had a lot of money. She had burned it all with various schemes to get more because she liked expensive things. And of course on staying high. Which the times she was high, at least she was bearable to be around. She had one of the worst personalities you could be around. These days we'd call her a Karen. But she was one to such an extreme I think she should have been the namesake and we should be calling them Donnas. After she died we found just how much debt she put my dad and older brother in. As I became an adult in those years I learned that life was just a series of survival drills, tragedy, and flickers of hope you had to embrace while they extinguish by the flood of more sorrow. I'm 37 now. My dad is gone. My brother is apparently on the spectrum because I have to practically hold his hand on how to adult. I met the love of my life a year ago and we want to live together as soon as life allows. And I still believe that to be all life is. Every time something works out, something else goes horribly wrong. My girlfriend jokes I'm cursed after witnessing it for the last year. I don't have money for a lot, I live check by check. I can't afford a lot of anything but I can at least live comfortably. Cheap steak on occasion, a pack of craft beer every so often. And because of my mom. Every time I just feel dumped on so much I just wonder if it isn't time to just stop living. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I got rear-ended a couple weeks ago in a 4-car pile-up and my insurance is now saying they want to declare it totaled now because the shop they picked keeps upping the estimate. I still owe just over what Kelly Blue Book deems is fair for my vehicle. Used cars around me are all priced incredibly high, higher than they have been in a while and higher than when I got this one even. I'm not exactly hopeful for the insurance settlement to pay off the loan. Let alone have enough for me to get a down payment on something else. So what is my first thought while I just feel all the familiar doom heavy weight on me? If I get some dry ice in a trash bag and dump some ice cubes in and leave the bag opened near my face, maybe I can take enough melatonin and fall asleep in the bathtub without waking up again. Does that science hold up even? No clue. Yes, I have survived it all. Yes, I will survive this too. But holy fuck, do I just get tired of surviving all the time and never living. I don't know if suicide would be my safety blanket of thoughts if it weren't for her though. But I hope I can stop soon. Story 5. My dad committed suicide last night. About a month ago I, 23M, lost my job. On the 2nd, I moved back home after my lease ended. Last night, on the 4th, my father committed suicide. My job was really good. I was working as a management consultant at a relatively prestigious company, making six figures right out of college. But they overhired during the COVID boom. When the economy slowed, I was stuck on the bench for a long time. And one bad performance review was enough for me to be shown the door. With my limited skill set and less than 1 year of experience, my next job will certainly be a massive pay cut. Last night my dad hung himself. I tried to give CPR. It was too late. He's been depressed for a while. I should have talked to him more. But I guess it's too late for that, and now I just have to live my life. The police were here until 4:30 a.m. and I couldn't get any sleep. I have to help my family figure out what to do now. We can't afford this house without him. My mom is a hoarder, though, so I'm sure that selling will be a hassle in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of other things that feel overwhelming. How do I find out if there is valid life insurance? What do I do about our bills? Health insurance? All the stuff in his name that I have to transfer or cancel. A year ago, I was a clueless college student. A month ago, I felt like a loser who couldn't hack it in the corporate world. And now this happens. At least I feel motivated to get through this. Right now I just want to work hard until it all gets better. Story 6. I literally cannot stand my sister-in-law anymore. I just have to get this off my chest cause I literally constantly feel so much anger just even seeing her at this point. I swear this woman does absolutely nothing for our family nor for my brother. She is the laziest, most self-centered, selfish, ignorant and dumbest woman I had ever met. I never met anyone who literally will ruin their own relationship because of their ego and ignorance as much as her. She literally doesn't do anything for the family at all. She is not contributing, neither supporting or even helping with something. She never cleans after herself unless my brother or my father are in same room. The woman is literally 10 years older than me, yet she has no idea how to be an independent person who can contribute in any way at all. She doesn't even have sex with my brother because apparently she wants to sleep early. Like what wife goes to sleep without her husband and refusing to have sex because she needs to sleep early? Reminder for everyone, she doesn't work or have responsibilities at all, neither she does any work. All she does is going to gym, going to places without telling the family about and pretending to learn our language. Another reminder, before she married my brother they were together for 10 years, yet she never bothered to learn our language and was even demanding that we speak her language. I seriously don't understand what my brother even sees in her. On top of all that, she is extremely disrespectful to me and the family members. She even recently was super disrespectful to my mom and gaslighted my brother that my mom was not allowing her going to church, that's why she was disrespectful. In reality the reason she started the fight was that the day before my mom went for work and took long time to come back. She was supposed to stay till I got home. Instead calling or texting us to see why we are being late, she picked a fight with my mom the next day. She was saying shit like my mom should have told her that we are gonna be late. You might ask where she was so rushing to go, right? Well, apparently she wanted to visit her parents, who by the way are just as ungrateful and the worse like her. We are literally financially supportive, they're everything despite them being same age as my parents. Even the apartment they live in, we own the apartment. They are acting as if they are disabled when in reality her father just has medication conditions that does not limit him from working. He can do a lot of things on his own, but he is acting live he will die any given moment. And her mom will intentionally cause fights and drama. On some many occasions she literally insulted us national while living in our country and with our financial support. She literally ruined so many holidays and birthdays to the point they are literally banned from coming to any special event or occasions. Another thing, before anyone says, the apartment they live in literally is 20 minutes away from us by foot. So if she really wanted to visit them she could literally go a nearby coffee shop which is 10 minutes away by foot from us. Oregon, even her parents could have come to our home. Seriously, I can't stand her anymore. Up to this day she has not apologized to my mom for her actions, and she is even acting like everything is great, like nothing happened. I am honestly hoping that she is cheating on my brother so that they can just divorce. That's literally the only way my brother will actually divorce her. I literally just want her out of our life. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.